Hello everyone, I'm so glad you're here today because I have an amazing story to share with you all about water, the most magical thing on Earth. Now, let's imagine you're holding a globe or looking at a big map. If you spin that globe around, you'll notice something super cool. Almost 3/4 of our planet is covered in water. That means, out of every 4 parts, 3 are water and only 1 is land. Wow, right? But did you know, not all water is the same? Some water is salty and some is fresh. Let's start with the salty water. Imagine you're swimming at the beach. That's salty seawater. In fact, about 97% of all the water on Earth is salty, and most of it is in the oceans and seas. The salt comes from both volcanoes deep under the sea and from rocks on land. When it rains, a little bit of salt washes off the rocks, travels down rivers, and ends up in the sea. Now, let's talk about oceans. There are 5 great oceans in the world. The biggest one is the Pacific Ocean. It's so huge it covers about 1/3 of the Earth. All the oceans are connected, so their waters mix together like a giant watery family holding hands. Some seas, like the Arabian Sea or the Sargasso Sea, are parts of these oceans, but others, like the Red Sea and the Black Sea, are almost completely surrounded by land, which makes them special. The largest sea in the world is the South China Sea. Next up, my favorite, freshwater. This is the water we drink, used for cooking, washing, and watering our plants. But here's a surprising fact. Only about 3% of all the water on Earth is freshwater. Most of it comes from lakes, rivers, wells, and even ice. At the very top and bottom of the world, near the North and South Poles, there are huge sheets of ice called polar ice caps. There's also ice on mountaintops that slowly moves down in rivers called glaciers. Some freshwater is hidden underground. That's called groundwater. Every time it rains, some water sneaks down through tiny cracks in the rocks. When we dig wells, we find this hidden water. Isn't that cool? Sometimes this groundwater even flows like an underground river. And guess what? There's even water in the air. It's called water vapor. When it cools down, it turns into tiny droplets and forms the clouds we see in the sky. So, next time you turn on a tap or see a cloud, remember, water is everywhere, in oceans, seas, rivers, ice, underground, and even in the air. Now I challenge you. Look for all the places water moves around your school. Maybe you'll find taps, drains, or gutters. Water truly is wonderful, don't you think? See you next time.